Queen of Everything is the 7th track on Frozen in Time, and arguably one of the most experimental. Taking place after Ace's fling in Your Name, Queen of Everything brings us up to speed on the girlfriend's actions after we last saw her in Find Me in Your Dreams. It's the first and only song to not feature Ace at all, instead solely focused on his ex, while Jacob sings over it. The song starts with a montage of Ace's ex presumably moving into a new place, unpacking her things and decorating it. The first line given is, "Every day you say the same, that life is but a children's game." This begins to set the mood for the song, being Ace's anger and resentment towards his ex. It gives us the image of someone who's overconfident about their life and how easy it is. But the next line, "In the darkness of your thoughts, you grab a noose with double knots," makes it clear this figure is faking their confidence and attitude toward life, and that's actually much more difficult for them. The rest of the verse is word salad, so let's just get to the interesting part, the chorus. "The queen of everything, just sitting on your throne. You're so surrounded, you'll never be alone." This again expands on the titular Queen of Everything, who we can assume is his ex. It further breaks down her character as someone who pretends to have her life together, but secretly doesn't and feels alone even when surrounded by people, calling back to themes that are also present in Monophobia 2. Most likely refers to her fling that we see in this song, with Ace relating that to her trying to fill the void, like he did in Monophobia 2 and Your Name. A child who won't resist the other toys. Builds an idea of her as a reckless person who treats other people like toys and plays with them until she inevitably breaks them. Look me dead straight in the eyes and tell me you're not full of lies. Is pretty self-explanatory, so I won't waste either of our time trying to explain it. Cast me out to sea again. This is where my end begins. Shows Ace's feelings about their breakup, feeling like she cast him out to sea. Moving on, just send me prayers, or leave me now without a care. Builds on the idea of him threatening to move on without her, and possibly trying to guilt trip her, once again treating her leaving him as doing it without a care. Just leave everything behind, I'll never get you off my mind, is the last line of this verse, and one that stays with us, because the next songs show he's telling the truth here. He never does get her off his mind. Then we get a cool spinny sequence and I like it. The next line overplays a scene of his ex going on a date, juxtaposing her happiness with Ace's anger. Call me out and tell me how you have everything figured out. Is a direct dare to his ex, threatening her to tell him that she's doing well when he's clearly not. He doesn't want her to be doing well because that means he meant less to her than she did to him, which sucks if you think about it. The last chorus overplays a scene of her dancing to music, again juxtaposing her happiness with his anger. From this, we can really see how both people were affected by the breakup, with Ace falling into a depression in Silver Lining, coping mechanisms in Monophobia 2 and Your Name, and anger in this song, and his girlfriend seeming much happier and freer than we saw her in Lights Off and Find Me in Your Dreams. It ends with a close-up of his ex's hand on her fling's arm, possibly trying to emphasize her moving on from Ace. This song gives us another view into Ace's mindset after the relationship ended, one of frustration, anger, and resentment towards his ex. He tries to convince himself that she isn't doing better without him, and that she's just as broken as he is, while showing us that in fact she is doing better. The song gives us our last glimpse into his ex's life post-breakup, and leaves on the idea that she'll be able to move on and become happier, but Ace will have to wait before he can, which we know won't happen before the end of this album. Maybe it will in the next one, we'll see. For now, that's really all I have to say. I'll see you next whenever to talk about whatever.